Said you had the countdown going on yourself, but did anyone on the bench remind you that, hey, Jim, it's the bottom of the seventh here, and you're tossing a no-hitter?
Well, they remind you by what they don't say. It's what's not said. And you come in there, and it was, I was fairly serious when I pitched. And on that day, for whatever reason, I felt sort of lighthearted, and I felt good. And I was talking with my teammates a little bit, but I noticed that it became harder and harder throughout the game. I used to sit next to Jimmy Key or Scott Kamenicki on the dugout, and after the seventh inning, I come in, put my jacket on, take my sip of Gatorade. And, they're nowhere to be found. Where's my joking pals? It's funny that you do. Some of the times in between innings are more vivid memories than the actual time on the field. That gathering of your thoughts, trying to control your emotions.
Sports Talk 1570 WNST Bob Haynie Show, brought to you by Bud Light. Former Major League pitcher Jim Abbott joining us in studio, an All-American at Michigan, U.S. gold medal winning Olympian back in 1988. He was a great pitcher, threw a no-hitter 15 years ago today. We're talking about pitch, which is proving individuals with talent can help. The website ability.dol.gov, so check that one out. When your playing career ended, how tough of a transition was it for you? Hey, as you just said, you've been playing baseball your whole life and, fitting in there, and then the career comes to an end. How tough of it was it for you to transition from being an athlete to, a schmo like the rest of us here?
What happened with me is I was released. I had some great moments in my career, and I had some tough moments. I struggled at the end of my career big time. I was released by the Angels, spent an entire year out of the game, sort of miserable. That was when the toughest part of it, had it taken away from me. I made a comeback in 1998. The White Sox gave me an opportunity, and I made it back to the big leagues. And even though I made it back, I knew that I was on the cusp. It was going to be a struggle. So I took a lot of good looks around and said, I want to appreciate this. And then when my time was up in 98, I never looked back. That was it. I was done. And what's great is I have opportunities like I'm doing now. Baseball has continued to provide these kind of opportunities. I get a chance to speak to people. I'm working with the Department of Labor. I've got a great relationship with the Angels out in California. I mean, they're even allowing me to throw out the first pitch tomorrow night at Camden. So, the doors are still open.
Hey, you might want to bring a uniform with you, too. the way things have been going with the Orioles here lately. You might be throwing about 100 pitches tomorrow at Camden Yards. Hey, Jim, last thing for you. You went to University of Michigan, of course. Now, here in Baltimore, we're all proud of Michael Phelps because he's from the area, but he's a Wolverine like yourself. Your thoughts on Michael Phelps and his accomplishment a couple of weeks ago over there in China in the Olympics?
Oh, man. We stayed up late and watched every bit of the swimming part of the Olympics, and I loved all the footage from Ann Arbor, all the places that he ate. Made us proud from Ann Arbor, and there's nothing like the Olympics. There's nothing like walking around that village, seeing the swimmers, seeing the athletes, seeing, baseball players. We felt like, a little bit, what are we doing here,
Yeah.
But I'm so proud of it, and you've never known pressure until you've worn a USA on your chest, and that's when you feel it.
Why is baseball kind of...
I've read the different opinions. I'm disappointed about it. I loved our experience of playing was incredible. We were amateurs, and that's what it was about. And I wish it would have stayed that way. And I'm bummed that's taken off the field. As a father of two daughters who play softball, extremely bummed about that. I mean, our kids look up to those USA softball players, and I think it's a great game to spread around the world. I think it's a terrible decision.
Sports Talk 1570 WNST. 15 years ago today, our guest threw a no-hitter at Yankee Stadium against the Cleveland Indians. One more time, Jim, tell us about pitch and websites and everything we need to know about helping people with abilities they may not be given a fair shot as far as achieving their goals.
Thanks. Yeah, the pitch is proving individuals with talent can help. It's a campaign put on by ODEP. Lots of acronyms here in the government. But the Office of
IRS is the one I know best.
The Office of Disability Employment Policy. They have a website, ability.dol.gov. Fantastic resource for employers, for businesses, people looking to give somebody a shot, looking past perceptions, looking past barriers, and saying, I think you can do this.
Hey, Jim, we appreciate your time. Good luck throwing out the first pitch tomorrow. Once again, you might be around for a while. Waters is kind of hit or miss. The Orioles have been struggling, but hey, there are birds, and we still love them. So
right.
Have fun. Thanks for coming in.
Bob, my pleasure.
Have a great weekend. Sports Talk 1570 WNST, Bob Haynie Show. We'll be back with more stuff after this.